But what was interesting yesterday during testimony of an alleged victim with the initials FR, and I'm not going to identify her name on the live right now, but she gave testimony to the prosecutor during cross-examination, where she stated that the police report that she filed in Westbury, New York, that gave great detail and very, very graphic detail of what occurred with her and R.Kelly, was not her words. She claimed that she never said the things that were on that police report as related to graphic details involving an alleged assault upon her. So the question that I asked today is, did the police lie on the police report, or did she lie to the police? Or is she lying now? We don't know. But the fact of the matter is, because she said she did not say those things that were contained in the police report that was filed in Westbury, New York, they had to bring the cops in. The cops who interviewed her have to come in and testify whether or not those were her words or were they embellished words by the police department and the detectives that interviewed her. The problem is, while I'm not going to go into the graphic details of what she said, allegedly said in the police report, if detectives had actually made up all those graphic and specific details, there's a problem. There's a credibility problem with the case, and if law enforcement tainted the case, that's a problem. But if she's lying about what she said then to what she's saying now, that's also a problem. So we will see in the next couple of days whether or not. We know the detectives are being called. They have to impeach her on her statement, meaning they have to question the validity of a statement, because this is one of the reasons why Rkelly is facing 11 counts, because of the testimony and the allegations made by this particular alleged victim. I can say this: she is being represented by 3 different attorneys. One is Lee Merritt out of Dallas, Texas. Another one's Gloria Aldred out of Los Angeles, California, and she has a New York attorney. So my question would be, did any one of them know that she was going to provide this type of testimony? Because one is a civil attorney who's suing R.Kelly for over $3 million. And another part of the case that kind of raised eyebrows is when the defense attorney representing Mr. Kelly, Deborah Cannon, asked her, was she aware that her attorney sent Robert Sylvester Kelly a settlement letter requesting $3 million to settle whatever herpes claim that she had against him. She stated on cross-examination testimony that she had no knowledge that her attorney sent a letter demanding $3 million for R.Kelly. So the lawyer had to press her on whether or not she signed any documents that would show that she had no knowledge, or she had knowledge of whether or not this request was made. She said she signed a document, she never read it. So I don't know, this testimony is looking kind of sketchy. One, you don't know if your attorney, Lee Merritt, who is a well-known, reputable attorney out of Texas, you don't know whether or not he was sending a demand letter for $3 million to settle your civil case. She testified no. So do they then have to bring the attorney Lee Merritt in to give testimony as to whether or not he informed her that he was sending a demand letter for a request of $3 million to settle this case? So there's a lot of problems here. This case is right now. This case is, from this point, it looked not bad for Mr. Kelly, but we have to see what the other witnesses are coming in to say. As far as whatever allegations they have against the singer. But again, we outside the federal courthouse. We're on a lunch break. I'll be coming back and we can be talking about this.